Hey guys, Dan here with another quick trade paperback review, and this time I'm doing something a little bit different. This one's going to be a ×2, and the reason for this video is I unexpectedly reread Batman Under the Red Hood, or Under the Hood, Volumes 1 and Volumes 2, because I had read these way before I had a Goodreads account. These had been copyrighted in 2005, so I wasn't using Goodreads at the time that I had read these. And I thought when I checked these out that I may have read them, but I wasn't 100% sure. So, yeah, I ended up rereading these, and I wasn't disappointed for having reread them because I never did get a chance to review these for my channel. Of course, I'm not going to do a spoiler-free review of these books, just because the simple fact, who is the Red Hood? I'm pretty sure if you're a Batman fan and you're watching this video, you already know who the Red Hood is, so I can't be like, I can't be not spoiling that, because this is an old book, one that you probably may have read already, or if you haven't, but you kind of haven't, you already have an idea who the Red Hood is, so... Volume 1 entailed basically the whole mystery of who the Red Hood was. Batman was trying to figure out what was going on. Of course, the Red Hood was messing with the Black Mask. This was a very interesting story, and when I remember reading this, I totally did not see it coming. They kind of do the reveal, but they don't do the full-on reveal. And Batman's like, whoa, he's kind of taken aback. This does collect issues of Batman 635 to 641. I really did enjoy this. I rated this 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. And then, of course, there was Volume 2, which collects Batman issues number 645 to 650. For some reason, they skipped a few issues before they continued on with the rest of the story. But, of course, it's not spoiling it. It even says it on the back of the cover, Back from the Dead, and it tells you who the Red Hood is. Like I said, you should already know who the Red Hood is. I mean, it's been a number of years. He's got his own book series and everything. This one really kind of spotlights the whole events of how the Red Hood came back and about his whole plot to kind of, show Batman what he should really do with the Joker. But there was one thing I just didn't get about this. Like, they kind of, when they brought him back to life, it wasn't really explained, per se. It was just kind of like, oh, this mysterious thing happened, and you're just supposed to accept it. No, DC, we're not going to just fucking accept it. You guys should have elaborated on this. But they didn't. And I thought that was kind of a real messy way of saying, oh, by the way, he just sort of came back. I never personally read the issues, but I know back in the day, DC had a hotline and they wanted people to vote on whether Jason Todd Robin was going to live or die. And I wasn't reading DC Comics at the time they happened. I was a Marvel guy. But I wish I would have had those issues and would have participated in that event. But, I mean, it is an interesting story, don't get me wrong. Even though, like, the ending where they bring him back was just kind of, I thought it was really lame. It didn't really give a full-on explanation like it should have. But it was still a really good story, and I also rated this 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, too. So that brings me back to the whole Goodreads thing. Like, I had read these before I had a Goodreads account, and so Goodreads is not just good for finding, like, great reviews and finding out, what other people may have thought of books you intend on reading or have read, but it also helps keep track of books you've already read. And I wish that I would have had Goodreads when I had read these, because then I probably wouldn't have reread this, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, Goodreads has kind of saved me from reading books over again. I mean, because sometimes I'll be like, oh yeah, I want to read this. And then I'll go check it out on Goodreads and find out, oh yeah, I already read that. But yeah, hey, stuff happens. And like the Poptimist made a whole video about how sometimes we forget what we read. And then, you know, it's everybody's the same way. You can't remember every single book you read, especially when I've read so many of these books. But if you've read any of them, let me know what your thoughts are on Under the Hood Volumes 1 and 2, if you really enjoyed it. Or if you have yet to read them, you really should go out and check these out. Of course, I will have links down below for both of these volumes. It was a great storyline, don't get me wrong. I just thought the way they kind of brought him back was kind of messy. Like, they should have elaborated a little more on it. But it was, I mean, the artwork was beautiful. The story was well knit. I kind of liked how they kind of made him slightly different than Batman. You know, if Batman would have done these things, this is who he would have been. So, yeah, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not already a subscriber and you're looking for more comic book reviews, please hit that subscriber button. And, of course, there's the 2 purchase links down below. That's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, later.